Okay, so think about this for a second. When you look at all the different creatures on Earth, I mean, everything from a hummingbird that's just a blur to an incredibly slow sloth. Do you ever just stop and wonder, does every single one of them experience time the exact same way we do? Is our minute their minute?
That is such a fundamental
It
question.
is, right.
Yeah.
And that's our mission for this deep dive. We're exploring sources that suggest some creatures might be living in a completely different timeline from us, where the speed of life itself actually dictates how they perceive time.
And it's a real paradigm shift because we tend to think of time as this constant. It's external, it's measured by a clock, and that's that.
Right, it's just a fact.
Exactly. But the context our sources are setting is that it's not fixed at all. It's actually relative to an animal's biology. We're looking at something called metabolic time perception. The whole theory is that the speed of your internal engine, your heart rate, your metabolism, it might just change your reality.
Okay, let's unpack that. And I think to really get a handle on it, we have to start with, well, the laziest animal we all know, the sloth.
The ultimate symbol of slow motion.
So the core thing we found, it's fascinating. It's not just that sloths move slowly. It's that it raises this huge scientific question. Are there beings where the inner clock is just ticking at a totally different speed? You see a sloth and you might just think, oh, it's clumsy or inefficient.
But it goes so much deeper. The key biological detail here isn't just its speed, it's the foundation. It's physiological.
What do you mean?
Well, sloths have an extreme form of bradycardia. Their pulse is just incredibly slow. We're talking a resting heart rate that's way, way lower than other mammals their size. And on top of that, a low body temperature, a super low metabolic rate. The whole system is running on low power mode.
So if the whole physical body is running that slowly,
Mm.
what happens? I mean, the sources say a minute for us is actually longer for the sloth. How does that work?
Right, that's the surprising part. It implies that how you perceive time is directly linked to the internal speed of your body.
Okay, but this is where it gets really interesting. What's the actual mechanism? This is where we get into the real science of it all.
Exactly. This is where we define the principle. It's called metabolic time perception.
Metabolic time perception. Okay.
And it's the idea that an organism's, let's call it speed of life, its metabolism, directly correlates with how it perceives time passing. So think of it this way. One, the slower the pulse of the animal,
Like the sloth.
right? Then two, the more slowly its brain processes each moment, each little snapshot of reality.
Because it just doesn't have the energy to do it faster.
Precisely. And the result, number three, is that the sensation of time itself gets stretched out. It's prolonged.
Wow. Okay, so if I'm getting this right, time for the sloth isn't some fixed thing out there in the universe. It's totally dependent on the speed of its own biological engine.
That's the core insight, yes.
So if a sloth's life is literally slower, what does that actually mean for its day-to-day?
It means that its day is subjectively longer than a human's day. Yes, because every single moment, every second is drawn out. It's unurneo, as one source put it. It's prolonged.
That brings up this really interesting philosophical contrast, doesn't
It
it?
really does. Because humans, especially now, we feel like we are constantly chasing time. We're running after it.
And we never have enough of it.
Exactly. But for a creature like the sloth, time runs slowly inside of them. It's not this urgent, rushing force they have to keep up with.
So this raises a huge question then. If your whole perception of the world is stretched out like that, are you experiencing a richer existence, just a slower one?
That is the big question, isn't it? Even if you're just hanging from a tree.
So let's try to put this all together then. The key takeaway here seems to be that time isn't this universal constant we all thought it was. It can be molded, it can be bent, stretched, all by metabolic speed. And that basically turns the sloth into the ultimate time-stretching expert.
It does. And this whole thing raises a final thought, a final provocation, really. If our experience of reality, that feeling of being rushed, the speed the world seems to move at, if that's all determined by our own heart rate and our brain chemistry, then how much of our rush is just purely biological?
A product of our own design.
Right. And what other creatures around us are experiencing in eternity in what we would just consider a brief, fleeting moment.
That really makes you look at the fly buzzing around your kitchen a little differently.
Completely differently.
Well, thank you for sharing these sources. This is a fascinating deep dive into a very, very slow world. We hope you out there keep exploring the world around you, no matter how fast or slow it feels.